All right, y'all, let's get into it. Jordan, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about drugs. So no, we talking about
We
we're
are.
talking about specific. We are talking about drugs, y'all. We're talking about specifically Ozempic, and we are talking about are drugs safe for long-term use for weight loss? All right, that's the overarching question. So we're running back. Are drugs safe for long-term use for weight loss?
I was gonna
Do me
say
a
real
favor.
quick, bro. You
Yes.
gotta zoom in.
Zoom
So
in. Oh, okay.
yeah,
My bad. Hold on.
yeah. Jordan's running. Should Jordan run the show the first? The first.
We about to find out.
Hey, you build it as you fly. To do it. Yeah, that's good right there.
That's good. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right. Um. So starting off, you guys, question, Corey, officially.
Oh yeah. The first question: is it okay to take a drug or drugs at all? Can you take drugs at all? Should you be taking drugs at all, Jordan?
That's see when you say it like that, it's kind of convoluted. Like, should you be taking drugs? Okay, so drugs specifically, the ones that let's be very clear, the ones that we're talking about are the ones that are for your general health, right? So sometimes referred to as supplements. Now, let me get into it. Ozempic is not a supplement. I got to throw that disclaimer out there because y'all be like, bro, what you talking about? No, Ozempic is not a supplement for y'all. Jump down my throat. It is a drug, but we are referring to a drug that is taken to fix something or for general health. Okay, so in this case, it is the first, not the latter. All right. Now, what is Ozempic? We're gonna get into this article. Let me scroll up. Can you see? We good?
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Ozempic helps people with type 2 diabetes lower their blood sugar if diet, exercise, and other diabetes medications haven't worked. Okay, so let's start right there. Ozempic is for type 2 diabetes. Y'all can be like, what? That's not what I know it for. Exactly. That's the problem. All right. So Ozempic is for type 2 diabetes. For those who don't know, type 2 diabetes is when your body, make sure I get this right, your body produces too much sugar. All right. So the most common form is usually people who are obese or overweight. You have too much sugar stored in your fat cells, so your body's like constantly releasing. It's almost like it's like an overdose of sugar, right? So that's what type 2 diabetes is. Ozempic basically helps you regulate that. Okay, that is what the medicine is designed for. That is not what you see on social medias and outside and when you're talking to people. Do you know, Corey, what people take Ozempic for? What is the most common use of Ozempic?
Weight loss.
Yes.
Isn't that weight loss?
It
That's what I
is.
know. That's what. Well, didn't Drake take it to get his BBL? I can't
Man,
remember what they said he did that for. I just remember that they said it.
Drake, Ross,
Rick
Buster.
Ross.
You try
Why was Drake on those? Drake had a weight issue.
bruh. I don't. So
That's why
I
I thought
think
he had
it's just
diabetes. Because it's for diabetes. I'm like, when was Drake fat?
so the
Like, I
thing
mean, like
is,
when Rick Ross. Yeah, like
yeah. I mean, yeah. I get what you're saying. I, I
I mean,
think I think it just has overwhelming, I guess, results to the point where people who aren't even fat are taking it to get skinnier. Does that make sense? So it's like, like I said, Drake, I mean, we both know Drake ain't overweight. You know what I mean? At least not from looking from
I've
the
never.
outside looking in. You
Yeah,
know what I
I've
mean?
never seen him in person, but every time I've seen a visual of Drake, he has been relatively like I would say like an in shape, out of shape person. You know what I mean? Like he's not in shape, but I mean, I've never seen him to look like, oh, Drake is having a weight issue. But then he also said he was on Ozempic. He got a BBL. BBL. Like, did
I
he get
ha-
the BBL too?
I can
Why did he get
actually
the?
I can actually speak on this. I have seen him in person recently. Shout out to
Okay.
the It's All a Blur tour. We went to check him out in not Philly, in PA, wherever Penn State is. So
Okay.
yeah, we went to check him out at Penn State. Unfortunately, Cole wasn't at the show, but he had Wayne. So for us old heads, I ain't gonna hold you. I rock with J. Cole, but you replacing Cole with Wayne is an upgrade to me. I ain't about to hold you. If y'all don't know, the lighter flick between let me make sure I get these dates right. Between like '08 to
Oh,
about
so
probably
it's
oh
oh
07. Was it
seven
oh
to
07?
2011. I
Okay.
don't be see. This is why the episodes take so long and we never get through it. I want to be clear. I'm
Whew.
I'm not having debates about Lil Wayne. All right. I just want to be very clear. I want to be very clear. Wayne is unanimously considered the greatest of his era. Now, let's not talk about all time, just his era. He is
Gotcha.
unanimously that. When you look at the albums that dropped during his era, you have to make the case he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Most of Kanye West's first five albums, which is College Dropout, Late
Mhm.
Registration,
Yep.
Graduation, 808s and Heartbreaks, and My Beautiful
Uh-huh.
Dark Twisted Fantasy. Those are his first five albums, which is arguably the greatest first five albums ever.
Yeah,
That's
bro was on
during
a
Wayne.
run.
That's during the Wayne era. So even Kanye West couldn't just like, I mean, you got Prime 50 Cent, you got Prime T. Don't get me started here.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm talking about like
massacre.
people.
Yeah, like
Come on now,
it was some runs going on at the same
yeah,
time.
you talking
People was
about
out here
Wayne?
fronting.
Yeah, you know, Jay Z and well, Eminem had fell off, but Jay for that little bit before he dropped recovery. But you know, Jay Z had quote unquote retired, right? Then he came back with Mr. Carter. But like peak Wayne, this is when you know the internet was really popping. So you got mixtape. I'm not having.
Listen, it was
I'm
some
not
songs. It was some songs that I didn't find out belonged to other people because I heard the Wayne
the
version
Wayne.
first, and then I heard the actual version. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
you need
yeah,
to just let him have this, like let him
yeah.
have that beat. Like
Yeah,
he
well,
was, yeah.
upgrade you and show me what you got, which is Beyonce and
Woo.
Jay-Z song respectively. Those are both on the Drought 3. Those are both,
Yeah,
those are both on
yeah.
the same mixtape. But I mean, you put on when show me what you got. Come on, and it's not Wayne rapping. It's like, all right, ho. I mean, you know,
Shout out to the Dat Piff days when you had to wait up, for the mixtapes to release. Them joints used
yeah,
to drop at like midnight, and you had to be online to get your download in to get your stuff
man,
on your MP3 player before the streaming era, right?
yeah.
You get that joint on your MP3 player, which had limited memory, limited space, so you had to decide what was going on there. It was a
My
time,
my
man.
my Zoom's over here. I still got my Zoom, 120 gigabytes, by the way. Still ain't never filled it up. But
I got an iPod Touch around here somewhere, one of these shelves. But
yeah,
yeah,
I still got all the music. But I remember when Best Day Ever dropped. Me and my friends, you know, was playing high school, playing Call of Duty, and it was like the first time we're like, you know, it's like, why isn't the internet working? You know what I mean? Like the website crashed.
literally.
Recipes back Miller, but that's like the very first time where it was like, oh, this is what happens when everyone uses a website at the exact same time, does the exact same thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like it just does it like nothing works.
I know people
So
don't talk about throughput often, but yeah, that's one of the times.
yeah.
That's one of the few times where it matters, right? Your connection speed and how much throughput that website has from the server's perspective. Yeah, that all that matters. All right.
Oh
But
my goodness. But all that to say, so
bringing it back, full circle.
Drake is taking Ozempic, which is why we're talking about Lil Wayne, because Lil Wayne was Drake concert that Jordan went to. So was Drake taking Ozempic, or does he look like he needed to take Ozempic?
No, he doesn't. He does not look like he needed. He looked in pretty decent shape. Let me put it this way: he hopped around on stage for about 2 hours. For those who don't know, if your cardio ain't right, you jump around in place for I give you 10 minutes and see if you ain't out of breath. Okay, so this is while simultaneously performing, hitting. They very limited choreography. We're talking about rappers here, very limited choreography, but people dancing around him, jumping around on stage, and saying all his, singing all his, rapping all his songs, singing and rapping. Drake got the mix going on. He got the hits, he got the rapping hits, and he got the melodies, right? So. But saying all to say, no, I don't believe he was using Ozempic at the time, but even if he was, he doesn't need it. So saying all to say, people are mostly using Ozempic for weight loss, but it is a type 2 diabetes medicine. So keep that in mind.